All right, guys, welcome back to Operation Spoils of War. This is US Turn 3. All right, so let's go over what they are going to buy, and then we'll get into showing you the attacks. All right, so they have 56 bucks to spend, and they're going to spend 53 of it on the following. So they're going to save $3. They're going to buy Hambone had rolled a 1 for my tech in one of his turns. And then I'm going to buy 3 destroyers, a tack bomber, 2 infantry, and a bomber. That's $53. Okay, the attacks we're going to do is we're going to doing an amphibious assault into Gibraltar, doing a coalition to clear that A29 sea zone. And then we're going to attack Tokyo Bay and ultimately do an invasion into Korea. Okay, so let's see. Here's what I'm attacking with. So I got 4 destroyers, 2 cruisers, a sub, 2 aircraft carriers carrying 3 fighters, a attack bomber, and a battleship. Okay, so that's my attack. He's defending with an aircraft carrier. He does want to scramble. That aircraft carrier had 2 fighters. Then he had on Tokyo, he had 3 fighters that could scramble. And then he has a battleship, cruiser, 4 destroyers. Now he gets 4 AA shots because I have 4 aircraft. He has the battleship, which is, he gets 3 die for the battleship and then 1 for the cruiser. So here is that roll. Okay, so he gets nothing. All right, put that aside. Now I'm going to basically tell you what I'm going to do here as far as the die. So here's battleship, attack bomber, 3 fighters, a sub, and then because we're playing with Spoils of War, we drew the card where destroyers can attack at a 3. So I have 4 of those at 3, and then I have 2 cruisers at 3. Okay, so this is my attack. So here we go. All right, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so if I'm Hambone, I would do 1, 2, 3, 4. I would take off the aircraft carrier and then the 4 destroyers for 6 hits. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to put these die aside. We'll put them right here, and then I'm going to grab his die. So he has 5 aircraft, battleship, cruiser pair, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reds for the 4 destroyers and aircraft carrier. All right, so we're going to roll this. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so that means I am going to sink my aircraft carriers. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 destroyers, sub, and my 2 aircraft carriers. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to put his die aside. So basically throw away all the reds and keep the greens. 5. Yep. Okay, so these are his. This is mine. So I have attack bomber battleship, 3 fighters, 4 surface ships attacking at 3. Okay, now we're going to roll this out. Whoa, 2, 4, 6, 8. Whoa, okay. So that is basically everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Okay, whoa, wow, okay, didn't expect that one. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, okay, so put that aside. That sinks everything. And so he's going to respond with all his greens. 5, yep. So here we go. He gets 4 hits. So I'm going to basically take out all my aircraft because they're going to sink. All right, 4 hits it is. All right. Well, that's a lot of hardware. Bottom of the bay. Okay, so let me put everything over here. So then the remaining, so I'm going to leave my ships there. We'll do a displacement later. Now we got to do the Korea battle. Okay, so basically that is going to consist of let's see, what do I got coming in? I got a tank, 2, an infantry artillery pair, and then a lone gunner at 1, okay, against his infantry artillery. Okay, so now I'm going to roll. One hit. Okay, so I get 1 hit, and then he responds with 2 2s. He gets no hits. Okay, so I'm going to take off the die for his, and then I'm going to roll again. 1 hit. Good grief, my tank isn't doing anything. Okay, so now he responds with a hit. All right, so I'm going to take the territory with 3 units. So I just took off the infantry. So I'm taking Korea with infantry, tank, artillery. Okay, that's that. So now we're going to come in, put my warships here. All right. All right. Whew. All right. That was a big battle. A little nervous. Now we're going to go to the other side of the board to do this nail biter, which is the coalition for Gibraltar. So how this is going to work is from the UK, we're going to bring in, well, he won't be part of the battle, but the carrier will come in to catch fighters that'll be used in assaulting Gibraltar. But the warships that are going to clear the sea zone are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destroyers. And then the U.S. has a cruiser and 2 destroyers. So they're going to be used to clear that sea zone so that then this battleship, UK, and cruiser will be used to bombard the Gibraltar with these 2 fighters. This bomber is going to take, can't see it, the bomber is going to take these 2 infantry and pair them into Gibraltar and land. So let me just do the movement here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to land in British Guyana. So go ahead and do that now. And then the US is going to also bring in transport with 2 infantry. So it's going to be a nail biter, and hopefully it will succeed. Anyway, okay, so let's do the, and then this aircraft carrier is going to non-com into A-29. So I wanted to state that on the camera. Anywho, so I have clear that C zone. I have 5 British destroyers, 2 US destroyers, and then 1 cruiser. So again, using the spoils of war, essentially all the destroyers get to attack with 3s. So now I'm going to roll. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And he has 1, 2, 3, 4 hittable ships, which that will then go away, but he gets to return his fire. So these guys are going to be sunk. So he's going to return fire with, let's see, got a cruiser, destroyer, battleship. So move these guys out. Here's that. So battleship, cruiser, destroyer. 2 hits. All right, so that makes it easy. I am going to take the hits on US. So 2 destroyers will get taken out. And what else? So that clears. I'm going to take off the transport, the German transport. So that clears the C zone now for the big battle. I'm going to go ahead and move the. Well, I'm going to leave it out because who knows what's going to happen, right? So let's get the die for this. So attacking will be 4 1s and 2 aircraft. And then this was an air transport, so he will defend at 0, but he can be taken only last. Okay, so here we go. So here is the attack. 2 hits. So he would take 2 infantry off. Okay, so I'll put the dead pile right there in front of the, put them in the Sahara Desert. Okay, so he gets to respond with 1, 2, 3 infantry, fighter, tac. Fighter, tac. There we go. 3 infantry. Yep. Okay, here we go. 2 hits. All right, so I'm going to take it on. I'm going to take it on 2 of the British infantry. Okay. Sorry, Jeff. All right, so now we are attacking with 2 fighters, 2 infantry. And we get misses. Oh boy. Here we go with the misses on the 2 or the 3s. All right, so that's that. He is now going to respond with these die. Okay. He gets 1 hit. So I'm going to take another infantry off, US, and update the die. Here we go. So I got 2 fighters and an infantry attacking. 1 infantry fighter attack. 1 hit. All right, all right, all right. So he's going to take infantry off. So now he gets to respond with infantry fighter attack. Oh, man, he gets 2 hits. Oh, I forgot my bombard. Oh, man. Oh, man. I forgot my bombard at the very beginning. Ah, shiced. Okay, so let's... oh, man. There's always a complication. Crap. All right, let me think about this. So he just got 2 hits. So I got 1 hit. So I'm going to remember that. So I got 1 hit to his 2 hits on this last round. So what I'm going to do is I have a blue and a green, right, that didn't get thrown at the very beginning. A one-time bombard. So I'm going to throw that now. And then we're going to roll number 1. Well, let me just throw it now. So here's the bomber, or the battleship cruiser. Okay, so he gets 1 hit. Okay, so that would have meant... Okay, let me do this. I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to play back, and then I will take the rolls that he had initially and work them in. I don't remember exactly what happened. Okay, so I will be back shortly. All right, guys, I truly apologize, but this happens from time to time, right? Anyway, so I replayed all of the rolls and all that stuff, incorporating the bombardment that I threw in earlier. And this is how it would have resulted out. Okay, the first roll, you saw me roll the bombardment, right? So I got 1 hit. And then the other die that I threw resulted in 2 hits. So I had 3 hits. Now, the Italians would have taken the 3 infantry off, right, as hits. Okay, now when they rolled in their response, they got 2 hits. So I'm going to simulate that and take 2 British infantry off. Okay, so then on roll 2, I rolled just 4 die and I got 0. He rolled, now he rolled with an infantry, a 2, but that die didn't hit. The fighter hits. So you know, we'll keep that, right? So then, so he gets a hit. So now I'm going to take off a US infantry. So then what's left is 2 fighters, UK fighters, and 1 US infantry against a fighter attack. Okay, and well, you got the bomber, but that's in transport mode, so it doesn't really count. Okay, so then on roll 3, I rolled my fighter hits, so that would kill the TAC bomber, okay? And then when the Italians rolled in defense, they should have only been rolling a fighter TAC, but I rolled, 3 die. And in the video, it showed that the infantry got a hit, but that die doesn't count. And so then if I take the fighter TAC die, which are the blue and green, the fighter gets a hit, okay? So what I'm going to do is that would result in one of the fighters, the UK fighter, getting hit, okay? So now we have left, so that TAC bomber gets taken off, right? And so what's left is an infantry and a fighter attacking the fighter. Okay, so now that's where we pick up, and let's get this screwed in right. And now I'm going to roll a blue and a white for the infantry fighter. And the blue misses. Oh, we get misses. We get misses. Okay, then the fighter rolls. Of course, he gets a hit. And so I'm going to have to take... Man, I'm going to have to take... There's no way this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to take... because we have to get that land. I'm going to have to take the fighter. Okay, so now that totally stinks. And so now we're going to roll both die. The infantry white, the fighter green. Oh my gosh, we get hits. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, so the infantry hit, the fighter goes down in flames, and then that would result with the transport bomber being removed, just like a transport in the ocean. Okay, whoo-wee, wow, okay. So we took Gibraltar with 1 infantry, okay? Cleared the sea zone. Oh boy. All right, and I guess I'm going to leave that aircraft carrier in A-19. So there you go. All right, so let me do a, goodness sakes, let me place my, nope, let me do some non-coms from the US side. So the bomber on the East Coast is going to fly all the way to Midway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the Midway. Actually, I'm going to take, I am also going to fly this, I don't know, am I going to do that? Am I going to do that? Am I going to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, I could get him there. Yeah, I'm going to fly him to Hawaii. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto the island. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can only make it to Hawaii. Okay. And next, I'm going to fly 2 fighters to Midway from Hawaii. I'm going to bring my fleet up off the west coast of US, which is an aircraft carrier, 2 destroyers, 2 transports that are going to carry artillery and a mech. Drop them off on the island. Okay, so that's all of that. Okay, and I'm going to bring this destroyer and sub that's in P-57, 1, 2, 3, up to P-25. Okay, and now I'm going to place my units. So bomber will be on the west coast. The Navy, that being the 3 destroyers, and the attack bomber will also go to the west. All right, so then that will be all of my placement and my non-coms. And so now I'm going to, let's see, I was at, was it 55? Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, so I got Korea, so that increases them back to 55, and then Japan goes down to, and I'm not 100% sure where they were at. They were around, I don't know, 47-ish, so I think they're around 45. And so now let me do a disposition of forces. So US on the west coast of San Francisco, there's attack bomber, 2 AAAs. In the water off of P7 is 3 destroyers. In P25 sea zone, there are 2 transports, a sub, 2 destroyers, aircraft carrier, make that 3 destroyers, and then an aircraft carrier. On the island, there are 4 infantry, artillery, mech. And midway, there's 2 fighters and a bomber. In Tokyo Bay, there is 1, 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers, a battleship, and 2 transports. In Korea, infantry, artillery, tank. Oh, I forgot to put in my 2 infantry. 2 infantry is also going to go to the west coast. Okay, and then let's see, I think that's all the US forces over here. Over here on the map, they're in A29. There is a transport and a cruiser, and then there's a infantry in Gibraltar. And because of the coalition, there is a battleship, cruiser, UK, and then 5 destroyers. And then coalition move, the bomber landed in British Guyana. And so those are the only British forces that were moved. Then we have 3 mechs. 3 mechs on the East Coast with 2 AAA. Okay, I think that's it. All right, up next is UK China. All right, and one thing I forgot to do is collecting the money. So since the U.S. is at war, and they have 55, and of course I can't do the math. Actually, I'll just write it down. The rule is you can never do math while you're recording in YouTube. It just doesn't work. Anyway, So I'm going to collect 55 in cash. And because now I'm no longer neutral, so I'm going to add 10 in an NO. And because I'm at war also, originally controlled territory is 15, but he has Philippines, which knocked me down to 14, so I only get $14. Okay, and then I don't control any of these, and I get a bonus because it is turn 3, and I get $30. So then that takes me to 9,7,109 is what I will collect as income. All right,